All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Arctic Air Studios. Big show for you this evening. We find out what you know to start the week. We know a few things. What do you know to start the week? You'll hand out the coveted Raiderland helmet stickers. We got Texas Tech basketball tonight in action against ORU, 26.5 point favorites. They better have a blowout. We have football to look at. Liberty Bowl. Who's going to play? Who's not going to play? We know Baron Morton's not going to play. What about the transfer portal for Texas Tech? Treating them right. I mean, right now, Joey McGuire is just raiding the portal. And then we have Lady Raiders with a big win over Arkansas to look at. NFL Mahomes is hurt. And finally, Yellowstone comes to an end. Or did it? The season finale, as they called it. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What did you think? All right, jump in tonight. We want to hear from you. Get in on the chat line, brought to you by United Supermarkets and Market Street. As we said, we're in the Arctic Air Studios. If your air gets too Arctic during the winter, you knew what to do. Call the bear. Brought to you tonight by Domino's Pizza. Start the week right. Little pizza. It's easy to do. Get the app. Easiest way to do it, get the app. Get great discounts on the app. Or just call them up, like on the phone. Old school. Hi, thanks for calling Domino's. Yeah, I want a pizza. Bring it to my house. Finally, Sideline Provisions, owned and operated by great Red Raiders. You want to look good. You want your friends to look good wearing great Texas Tech apparel. You need Sideline Provisions. Now, you can get it in the Hubaplex at Quarter 4, the old Cardinal Sports Center. They're on South Loop 29 Slide Road. You know where that is. If not, get on their website, quarter4.net, I think it is. We got the links on our website. You can go right there to the Raider Zone, go to Sideline Provisions. Cool stuff. That's what you need. Santa Claus, help him out. Get some great Sideline Provisions, shirts, hats, caps, everything in between. All right, let's get it going tonight. I want to hear from you. You guys are going to make the show just absolutely fantastic this evening, whether it's Tech football, in the portal, your thoughts on that. No Morton for the bowl game, basketball thoughts, even Yellowstone. You guys know what to do. So as Jacob says, it's on. And indeed it is. We are on X, Twitter. You can get us on at Ryan Hyatt Media on Twitter. You can get us on our YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Don't cost nothing. Hope you guys will subscribe to that. You can get us on Facebook Live. A lot of people watching on Facebook Live. There you go. JUCOs were bread and butter. Will that trend fade out? Yeah. JUCOs are pretty much dead now. No, I wouldn't say that. JUCOs, if we're talking about college football, that's going to be a little in-betweener. And it's going to be a three-tiered system. Coming out of high school, maybe JUCOs, smaller schools, and go from there. Craig says the talking box is on. By gosh, the talking box is on. What are we going to talk about? Talk about Patrick Mahomes' ankle? He's going to miss a game. Got to miss a game, right? He's going to miss a game. Talk about the Cowboys screwing up their draft picks, beating people when they ought not to. Cooper Rush, Hall of Fame. Backup quarterbacks, Hall of Fame. He's going to get paid again, right? He's going to get another contract from Jerry. And we talk about helmet stickers on Monday. We're just kind of all over the place early on. Want to give everybody a taste of what we do. On Mondays on the website, theraiderland.com, we hand out the highly coveted Make Helmet Stickers Great Again. Texas Tech Lady Raiders, 100% helmet sticker, beating Arkansas 75-72. Bailey Maupin over 20. Graduates Saturday, flies up Sunday, beats Arkansas. Doesn't get much better than that, right? First time Tech's ever won in the hills of Arkansas, whether at the old Barnhill Arena with the Hog Wild Band or the new Bud Walton Arena, which I think the last time I called a game there was during the Christie Curry administration. So it would have been, well, do the math. It would have been a while ago. Texas Tech never won in the history of the Southwest Conference at Arkansas. When Tech was getting good in the late 80s, early 90s, Arkansas was really good. And the Lady Raiders were able to take down Texas about the time Arkansas bolts for the SEC. So it never worked out. And in fact, it was hard to beat. I don't know that Tech beat. Oh gosh, the last time Tech played Arkansas in the conference might have been the 91 Southwest Conference Tournament Finals at Reunion Arena. I think that would have been it. And Arkansas won like 80-70. Trying to remember what the final was. I think it was a 10-point score. That Tech had beat Texas in the semifinals to get to Arkansas in the finals at Reunion Arena. Then Arkansas beat them. So the first time ever to beat Arkansas at Arkansas. Congratulations, Krista Kirkland-Gerlich, the entire program, because that's a long time ago. We had to wait a while to get them back on the schedule. Jan is at the Spirit Arena. She says, "Go Tech." Here's the deal for Tech basketball tonight, and I do not have. Let's see if we can get it posted up real quick. Hold on just a second. Give me a moment. Boom, we do that. Then we go here. And we're looking for the starters, which may or may not be dated right now. And JT Toppin not in the starting lineup. All right, that's what we're looking for. McMillan, Hawkins, Walton, Williams, and Federico in the starting lineup for Texas Tech. Not surprised. I don't think we're going to see JT Toppin in the lineup for Texas Tech basketball for Lamar this weekend, and I think they hold him out. He's listed as day-to-day, aren't we all? If you can't beat ORU tonight without him as a 26-point favorite, it's not going to matter come NCAA tournament time. And right now, Texas Tech is a Hoops HD number of 57. They are in the Dave Almond bracket, bracketville.wordpress.com. Those are the two we look at. They are in the first four play-in game right now. That's the line they're playing with. That you get nothing by beating ORU tonight. You lose everything by losing to them. Same thing with Lamar. So you don't play him. You wait. I'm concerned still about Toppin. The fake Dandal Mains has joined us on the United Supermarkets chat line. You can do it whether you're on Twitter, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Facebook. You want to talk Texas Tech football? No Baron Morton for the bowl. Were you guys surprised by that at all? Were you? Can we talk about the portal and how Tech's killing it right now? Doing a great job. Does that enthuse you? Are you enthused by what you've seen so far? And then the Yellowstone finale. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You tell us. All right. Fake Natalie Mays. Dear Hyatt, how are you? Well, I'm good. I'm glad you're fine. How do you feel about Emily Michaela Joy Hopson and her disrespect of President Skouvenek at graduation this weekend? I'm so glad you asked about this young lady who apparently has a degree from my university. First off, I congratulate her on completing all of the conditions for graduation. I am pleased for her and everything that she has done. I pity her. Because she has been educated, but she is still ignorant. She has no context of anything that she has learned, and that if she believes that Dr. Lawrence Skouvenek has not done more during his tenure as president of Texas Tech, and that Texas Tech has not increased and done more for people of color, whatever the hell that means. I had a righteous tan when I got to Texas Tech in 1988. I had a hell of a tan. But if she is so ignorant to not understand that during the tenure of Dr. Lawrence Skouvenek, that men and women of color, minorities, or anything else have not had more opportunities, that Texas Tech has not done more outreach and not done more things in that time period than at any time in the history of the university. If she is ignorant of that, then she is too ignorant, in my opinion, to walk around touting herself as a university graduate. But for the most part, I pity her because she has apparently surrounded herself with people that have encouraged and engaged in that behavior, and that she believes in the behavior that she engaged in, that she actually did something positive, and she did not. And I pray and I hope that with the enlightenment of the education that she received from the university that I graduated from, that she will come to see that perhaps, maybe, it wasn't so bad after all. If that not be the case, then I would recommend to her, if she cannot shake the hand of the man who, yes, allowed that to happen, facilitated that to happen, and sent her on her merry way, that she can send back the degree. She can go somewhere else that she feels more comfortable, and she can access knowledge in whatever enlightenment that she seeks anywhere else other than Lubbock, Texas, and Texas Tech. Beyond that, I have no thoughts on the subject matter. I wish her well in life. I fear it's going to be a hard row to hoe because she has chosen to shove the shovel away and just get a little bitty trowel and dig her own grave. Jeff, Skuvenick will go down with Paul Whitfield Horn in the pantheon of Tech presidents. She doesn't deserve to be among the fearless champions of Texas Tech. History will judge that. Like I said, other than that, I have no thoughts on the subject matter. We can talk about Patrick Mahomes and his ankle. He's going to miss a game. He got hurt yesterday. We can talk about Baron Morton. If bowl games mattered, Baron Morton would be playing. Bowl games don't matter. Baron Morton ain't going to play against Arkansas. Never mind the fact that Arkansas has got like 27 people now in the portal. Texas Tech, only a handful. The biggest question for Texas Tech right now in the game is Taj Brooks going to play? If Taj Brooks plays, Texas Tech by a touchdown. I would put Tech minus 6.5 if Taj Brooks plays. And this is the adjusted, you guys got people leaving, we got people leaving. We're doing this stuff, you're doing this stuff. If Brooks doesn't play, I would go Texas Tech minus 3.5, which people are going, well, that's not very much. Yeah, that's a lot in the betting world. That's where I would put that game right now. I do want to hear your thoughts, though, on what you think Tech's doing in the portal right now, because it's really good. You've got the number one offensive line class out of the transfer portal. We had Zambrano last week. You had, let's see here. I'm going to mess this up. So I'm going to go here and click this. So I get Will Jados or Jados, or I don't know, Hados. Could be Will Hados. He's only 6'8", 307 pounds, out of Miami of Ohio. Pretty good. All conference. You had the Skylar Gill Howard, 6'1", 285-pound defensive tackle out of Northern Illinois. You had Reggie Virgil, 6'4", 190-pound wide receiver out of Miami at Ohio. And then Bryce Pollock, the cornerback out of Mississippi State. You're getting really good players out of the portal that all of these players are good players. Much better, I think, than what we've seen the last 2 years. And Texas Tech is spending their money efficiently and wisely, and certainly on the offensive and defensive line. Who were you talking about? What lady? She's a Tech graduate who refused to shake Dr. Skuvenick's hand upon getting her degree, She did some sort of dancing jig thing and then whirled about and did these things and then totally blew off Skuvenik and then later said that she wasn't going to shake his hand, I believe, on social media because he disrespected whatever communities. Knock yourself out, Joy. Knock yourself out. John, I was surprised to hear Morton is having surgery. Dude's been hurt. We've been telling you that all year. He's been hurt. He's played hurt, not injured, hurt. And if bowl games matter, he probably could have played hurt in the bowl game, but it doesn't matter. They would much rather him have the surgery now and buy 2 weeks worth of rehab time and get ready for spring football than beat Arkansas. Again, if you beat Arkansas, great. And Tech should beat Arkansas. And if Tech doesn't beat Arkansas, and and all right, your thoughts on the portal signings, your thoughts on Tech basketball tonight. Not that really have anything to say other than they should beat the hell out of ORU tonight. Lady Raiders, you guys can celebrate it, if you want to. Jeff, with the coordinator hires and portal gets, next year looks bright. Joey's nailing it. Yeah, I mean, anytime you turn over both coordinators, there's still going to be, to me, a lapse time that you got to make up somehow, some way. And maybe it'll be the spring, maybe it'll be the fall, but you still got to do that. The portal, I've not seen anything so far in the portal that says you're not up over what you've lost, including Micah Hudson. I'm sorry, Josh Kelly was that much better. And I wonder how many people would take this bet right now. I'm not making this bet. Will Micah Hudson have a statistical year better at any point in his college career, at A&M or otherwise, than what Kelly had at Tech this year? No, you cannot get hurt in football. You only get injured. You're either injured or you're not injured. You're never hurt. John, bowl games are irrelevant now if you're not playing for the championship. Bingo. 100%. Agree. Get rid of them. That's why anybody who doesn't want to play in the game and why I've said Taj Brooks, don't play in the bowl game. Don't play. Taj Brooks, if you're listening to me, if you can hear me now, I want the last memory of you being in a Red Raider uniform at Jones Stadium, coming off the field after a 200-plus yard game. Don't play in the bowl game. Don't do it. Give yourself a chance. Here's why. I saw James Gray play at Texas Tech. He goes to camp hurt with the 49ers. I believe it was the 49ers, and he couldn't get right. He never got right. He never got a really good chance. Taj, you're operating on this much of a margin of error. You don't have that much of a margin of error going to the pros. Don't do anything in this game because it doesn't matter. You've given Texas Tech everything you can give Tech. Don't do it. Somebody tell Taj I said that. He'll listen to me, I know, because we're sitting here in the Arctic Air studios, and he believes in the power of Arctic Air, right? He believes in the power of Domino's Pizza, sideline provisions. He knows. He knows. Joseph, amen. Amen. I wrong. Tech has done well in the portal since its inception. The Royal Tourist thinks most of Tech in Lubbock than a lot of resident witnesses. It's always hard to read some things sometimes, but I think I get what you're saying. I think. Chris, no, he won't have a quarterback that can get him the ball. He had one with Morton or Hammond. Yeah, talking about Micah Hudson. I ain't going to run the kid down. There are people who are going to tell you that, and this is fact. He showed up hurt. He stayed hurt. Never got healthy. The work ethic, ability or willingness to learn the playbook, all those things you got to do. I think we've all heard that. Whatever. We'll see if that pans out another place. Now, I want him to do well because I'm a nice man. I want him if he goes off and say this to yourself. If he goes off and has a great career beyond Texas Tech, that doesn't affect Texas Tech one bit. All right? Understand that. It doesn't affect Texas Tech one bit. If he goes to A&M is great or anywhere else, it doesn't affect you up or down. Understand that, okay? Danny, is it Christmas time or are you broadcasting from the Strip? That's really funny. That's high level humor right there with 10 minutes to go in the broadcast. Usually that's earlier. That's high level. Hold on, what's the matter? You don't like that? Let's do a different one here. Hold on. There we go. And we'll slow it down for everyone on Quaaludes and everything else. I do not believe the men's game is on TV. It might be on ESPN Plus, but I do not believe Tech and ORU are on over-the-air broadcast TV. If anybody has it, let Barbara know before we get out of here. Christian McCaffrey was a trailblazer when he set out a bowl game years ago because he knew that they do not matter. One of the first ones that worked out well for him. So McCaffrey in 2015, I think it was 2015, sits out of the Stanford bowl game. And people were aghast. How could he abandon his teammates? And here we go. And here we are. And that was obviously before the expanded playoff and everything else. I have no problem with the players who don't want to play in a bowl game, who are going to the NFL, whatever. Now, if you don't want to play in the bowl game, but you want to come back, the next year, no, you kind of got to hang around. All right. Helmet stickers, Lady Raiders for beating Arkansas in the hills of Arkansas. Raiderland helmet sticker. Make helmet stickers great again. We love it. Second one, the trophy for the Pop-Tart Bowl, right? That actually has a working toaster. God almighty. This is how we beat communism, people. This is how we did it. We beat communism by having trophies for bowl games that have a working toaster, and you get Pop-Tarts out of it, and it's beautiful, right? The next Raiderland helmet sticker goes to my washing machine, which is still going after my son came back from his first semester of college with more clothes than a Dillard's outlet store in San Marcos. We don't know how this happened. We don't know where they came from. But that son of a gun all weekend long kept working. Still going. Amazing. Amazing. We did not get to it tonight. We may have to do it tomorrow on the 60 seconds of Raiderland commentary, which you should absolutely listen to every day. And it was the idea that here in about 5 or 6 years, get ready for athletes playing for your school who don't go to school there, that they're only employees, just like the people that trim the lawn and work the flowers and work maintenance and work at the school in any other aspect. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. We'll probably have to do that tomorrow. Trying to see what else we have. I mean, we got so much. We had a story today, Arkansas coach Sam Pittman saying, all the players leaving, it's not because we don't have any money in NIL, it's because we suck. That's basically what he said. We were 6-6. That's why we're leaving. We got plenty of money. So if you want to come play for Arkansas, we got plenty of money. I was like, yeah, do you? Because if you did, you could probably keep them hanging around. Oh, and there. Oh, I got to do this. And know you guys are kicking in the comments. Thanks to United Supermarkets. Keep doing that. We got plenty of time. I want to throw this out here. So those of you who are on, you can answer the question. Travis Hunter, Heisman Trophy. Ballpark, your guess, what he made this year in NIL money playing for Colorado, and how many NIL deals that he had, how many contracts, and how much money he was making playing for Colorado. I just want to see where you guys are on that. I'll give you the answer before we get out of here. I will. I promise. Somebody mentioned Ramelo Height out of Georgia Tech. Yeah, it sure looks like what we're seeing. The edge rusher who went to USC and Georgia Tech, and he played in the CFL for a year. Then he enlisted in the French Foreign Legion, and then after that he came back. It seems like, Chris, that he is getting a lot of wind in the wire that he may end up at Texas Tech. Knock yourself out. This guy, he needs a Rand McNally in his glove box just to get around town. But if he shows up at Tech and he can get 8 sacks next year, sign me up. Travis Hunter, NIL money this past year. How much? How much? How many contracts you think he had NIL? Give me a little bit of that. Helmet sticker to my son who graduated from Kennesaw State last week. Everybody in Cornfield County, stand up and say, salute. Ain't nobody get that anymore. Nobody gets that anymore. Joseph, I'm excited to watch the backups play in the bowl game. Hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever reason you want to watch, it's a game. We'll watch. We'll go. We'll see it. Randy Wade. It sounds like somebody be in trouble, right? Randy Wade, get your butt up here on the porch. Randy Wade, get up here on the porch. What you been doing out there in the dog? Junior Miller alluded to players being employees a few weeks ago. He even thinks a quarterback that knows he's not going to play at the next level might play 10 years at a school. Let that sink in. All right. Well, if you heard our commentary, that's what we talk about, that as soon as they become employees and get paid, then they're going to be able to say, particularly if they have a union, that we want to work at a state institution and we don't have to go to school. Why do we have to go to school? We just want to work here. I mean, you got jobs, and it's going to happen. Now, I think what's going to happen also with that is schools will create a faux major, a faux whatever, that if you're working for the school playing sports, you get a quasi degree, which is, some people pointed out today, how different is that from over the last 50, 60 years of athletes getting fake degrees and fake classes? But you're just going to have to get ready for it. That I think in the next 5 or 6 years, that you are going to have people playing for your school that don't go to school. They work there. Why? It's a job. How is it a job? They said it's a job. Who? The courts, the schools, the universities. They said it's a job. At least we're not in Marshall's predicament. Chris, 2.5 million contracts. I assume that's answering the Travis Hunter. How many contracts, how much NIL this past year that he's making as he gets ready to go to the NFL? Complete guess. Was that Green Acres? No, it was not. Ohio State didn't recruit Cardell Jones to play school. Exactly. Play school. No, I didn't come here to play school. Play football. I'm all for paying these players something, but some of it's gotten obscene. Some of these kids are getting enough they could retire. Yeah. It's not obscene. It's the marketplace. It's how much you, S. Carter McKenzie, spend on college athletics. Watching, buying, paying, and everything else. Every one of you watching this pays for the freight. Every one of you watching this show right now pays for the NIL. In some form or fashion, you pay for that by tuning in, by watching, by buying tickets, by all those things. Nobody else does it. It's an economic function driven by the marketplace. You are the marketplace. You have the dollars. You spend it. You drive the engine. So there ain't nothing obscene about it. I feel like I need to watch Blue Chips again. Just the end, where he redeems himself, stops off, driving home, finds a bunch of kids on a blacktop, and then absolutely ruins their great, beautiful basketball experience and overcoaches the kids and organizes them and ruins the beautiful fluidity of the game that is taking place on the blacktop. But he can't resist. He can't help himself because what has he done his entire career as a coach? He has ruined players by overcoaching them and taking away the joy of the game. You would be much better off watching the blacktop scene in The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh with Moses Guthrie. If you've never seen it, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've cheated yourself out of basketball greatness. Go on tonight. Find it on Netflix, wherever it may be. Find The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, Moses Guthrie. Joey Serving, blacktop scene. It don't get no better than that. Anybody who gets that and will reference that on the show tonight, on Twitter and everything else, God love you. Maybe they counted NCAA athletes to keep unemployed numbers low. And Nick Nolte should be in the Coaching Hall of Fame. Nick Nolte overcoached. Totally overcoached. Universities shell out for athlete benefits insurance if they're employed. 22.5 on the cap right out now, out of the House settlement case, which is still being settled. Then we will get into the employee benefits when they become CBA'd. Now that's going to be the next thing. So you got to wait to now. In order to get that, you basically got to have a CBA in place, collective bargaining agreement. Then we got to have a union, and you're going to get there. Okay, all right. This was fun. You guys did good tonight. I got a little treat for you here in about 30 minutes or so. I am going to link on Twitter and on our Facebook page. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook. Another reason to watch. I came across just an absolute nugget of Texas Tech football history that I've never seen before, and I can't wait to put it out there. I have never seen it before, and I figure if I've not seen it, Collier's probably the only one who's seen it. And I just happened to stumble across it today. So this is your treat for hanging out with us this late tonight. Be aware, look for it on Twitter, look for it on our Facebook page. Now, if you hadn't subscribed to our Facebook page, it don't cost nothing. You just go like it. Same thing with our YouTube channel at Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, YouTube, all that stuff. Don't cost nothing. And then Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media. So check it out. But be sure and hang with us. Then we're going to post this on our main site, and you can share it with all your friends. TheRaiderland.com. Tomorrow, 2 for Tuesday on the website. We'll be rocking that. It'll be great. Everything else, that's all you need to know, right? All right, a couple more. I just can't get my mind around paying a high school kid over $10 million to come to your school. $10 million, the kid ain't played it down. That's what Michigan gave a kid this year. Yeah. Yep. And that's the marketplace right now. You ain't got to like it, but you got to understand it. I don't care myself, but that's the marketplace until, and if you want it to change, Carter, unionize the players, collective bargaining agreement, salary cap, exactly like the NFL. That's how you fix it. Is Collier a GOAT in the making? No. He's a GOAT right now. Hold on. What does GOAT stand for? Maybe he's not. I don't know. Now I'm really nervous if I just called him something that he's not. That's weird. Well, anyways, watch them on KMIC 28 Red Raider Nation tonight, 10 o'clock. They've got pictures and talking stuff, and Lauren Motter gets into an awkward conversation with the weather guy, and then Brian Mudd tries to intervene, and it gets weird. And it's like a '70s sitcom, you know, but you know, without anyways, you can watch them on there. TheRaiderland.com. Check out everything we do there. And don't miss it tonight. I got a nugget for you. You're going to love it. So check it out on Twitter and on our Facebook page. See you then.